magnificent.
Fucking genius. Stuff her up your butt.
Holy shit.
And we're live, everybody. And Addy Tootie, you're so muted. All of my go ahead.
I was told to mute, so I muted.
You're getting good at it.
Happy Friday.
As time goes on, you get used to doing that, and I'll get you trained eventually.
Like.
And we're live.
Oh yeah, we did that.
You're delayed.
Nailed it, Jesse. What's going on? How's everybody's Friday?
Oh, mine was pretty good.
Mine's awesome.
All right.
I've been bored out of my mind the last 2 days sitting home thanks to Florence.
I suppose.
I shut the rail yard down Wednesday, so I've been sitting home.
Well, at least you're not out driving in that crap.
Yeah, it could be worse. Down there they're getting pounded.
You could be waiting it out in your truck somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Wednesday I'm like, I'm going home. They're like, okay.
I hope it's not strong enough to pick up my big rig.
Nah, it hasn't been shit.
Yeah, the storm looks so huge. But
it's huge. I mean, but it's mostly a rain event, and the flooding and the storm surge. I mean, the winds are up there, but it's a Category 1 now. It's down to a tropical storm, so they're still like 70 miles an hour. And the last update I saw, which was about an hour ago, it was about 15 miles off the coast of Myrtle Beach.
It looked absolutely massive.
Yeah, well, places like New Bern, Beaufort, where Bob Buckland's at, Cafe Intervape, they got inundated. Morehead City got hit pretty good. Wilmington got hit pretty good.
Well, let's say hello to some folks out there. Let's start with the Great Wombatsky. How about that? That's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
What about Raven Shadow?
Yeah, there you go. Frank Einstein is here.
Chromish Brown.
Chromish! Stand up 3D. Who's that?
He's an asshole. Don't worry about him.
Okay, I won't then. Clutch. Clutch is here. Yasmin Cinder is here. That's awesome.
That's an awesome name.
I won't say hi to Paul Subhuman because he specifically asked me not to.
I won't say hi to Paul Subhuman either. Holy crap.
Stoozy Stew is here.
I'll say hi to Hash. Hi, Hash.
Chromish Brown.
J. Jerry. What's up?
Hell yeah. There's somebody I'm looking for. I can't find him in here. Oh, Socrates is here. And Kenny B. Socrates the cab driver. Kenny B is here.
There's Mr. Burgundy.
Oh my God. Do you want to say hello to Mr. Burgundy?
Hi, Mr. Burgundy.
Add it to me. No, that isn't proper. You know how you're supposed to say hi to him. Mr. Burgundy.
Mr. Burgundy.
Oh, he did it. Oh, and I screwed it up. I talked over it. Try it again.
And Wales, Virginia to you, Mr. Burgundy.
There you go. Now
At least they're
Now I have an Addy Tooney sound clip I can use.
Black Cat Whiteface, what's up?
Black
Back
Cat.
in the house. I didn't win his rig giveaway today, so I'm not gonna say hi to him.
Oh, you already did.
Yeah, there we go.
Jay Jerry is here. Kim Dixon is here.
Hi, Cam.
Chevy Man.
Buddy.
Timekeeper 68. I see you.
Vape, Ross, vape.
Timekeeper 68. Stop that. Stop what you're doing right now. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Focus Evo's here.
Focus.
All right. Daytime Frank is in the house. That's cool.
And I'm on the second floor, so we're good.
Taking a Voop with Smith. Who else? Who else? Phil Putt Putt Wheeler. What's up? What's up? What's up, Phil? All right. So everybody survived yet another week. Is that right? That's
Yep.
good.
It was a good week.
Swaggy Shane's here.
Legalicious.
Good to see you, Swaggy.
Nice and full gizzards, too.
All right. Vape Ross Vape!
Vape Ross Vape.
Vape Ross Vape! Vape Ross Vape!
Vape Ross Vape.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I miss Fresh.
I miss Fresh too. That's what the show's about tonight, missing Fresh. It's sad because he's not here. I sent him a link. It's probably, God only knows what time, it's probably 3 in the morning for all I know.
Probably, 2 or 3, yeah.
6, 7 hours.
He
Is it
probably
7?
he's gonna come back, he's gonna go, thanks for sending me a link at 4 in the morning. I really appreciated that.
All Day Vape, what's up?
Yeah, hey, All Day Vape. Sorry, not
Yeah.
sorry that I beat you in fantasy football last week.
You guys got a fantasy league going?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's basically a vaping fantasy league.
Cool.
There's a 10-team league. I'm going up against Ren this week.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh, I hope you don't lose. You're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah, right?
I won my fantasy football league about 12 years ago, and then I go, yeah, now I don't have to play anymore. I'm going out on top. I'm going out just like John Elway.
Barry Hot's in the house. What's up, Barry?
Harry.
Barry, what's up?
Barry Hot, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So tell me about your not vape mail, but drive to get some vape gear stuff.
Oh, I was saving that.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that. Let's do what are you vaping first? And I'm gonna start with Frank. He looks ready.
I'll send back a text message. Well, I got BTFC on the Basium.
Ooh, look at that Basium.
Oh yeah, majestic there, and I got the green drip tip. It's hard to see on the camera what match it
That's
up.
a nice matchy.
The green meanie.
I got ready.
Ooh, you
Oh,
got
there you
one
go.
too. I so want to get one of those still.
I've been having trouble with the bottle leaking. It's like every time I set it down, I'm leaving e-liquid on the bottom, on wherever I set it.
There's I don't know how to fix that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try the other bottle.
A lot of times
Yeah.
the problem with that is the tubing. You know, the tubing might not be the right size.
Well, this one is
an
a
O-ring.
cylinder.
This has a little O-ring on the top.
Oh,
like
I
that.
see. So there's no tube.
A nipple goes into the O-ring, a stainless steel nipple.
I'm gonna say, is there supposed to be an O-ring on that nipple?
No, up at top there.
Up in the
Like
mod.
a
Okay.
captive one.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of captive
Thank
O-rings, did you ever get those O-rings back in your cap?
Yeah, I mean, how would you get them?
You mean in my Addy that I was talking about? No, I'm probably going to have to send it to you. More than likely. Vape Ross Vape, thanks for the $5. He says, I miss Fresh 03, but we do have his vlog. Which
Yeah.
is true. Fresh has been posting lots of photographs and stuff, keeping us entertained. So I've been at least living vicariously through Fresh's Scottish vacation. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. He's having fun. He's with his family.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. He's out there with the cows. The Scottish cows.
Stewie cows.
That cow looks really angry though.
Yeah, them Scottish Highland cows, they're awesome.
Pretty handsome cow though. I would say.
Red-headed cows. Didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever go down to Hidden Valley, they have them down there.
Pretty stylish looking cows.
Down there past Attica.
Oh, okay. I thought that was some weird acronym.
No. That place down there was an animal. It's like kind of like a resort, refuge type place. They have tours and all that. It was
By
like
West Valley, where they store all the nuclear waste down there.
Yeah.
So what kind of buffet do you have for us tonight, Addy Tooney?
Oh, I'm vaping a whole lot of stuff. But...
All right. What should we put you up on the big screen?
So this is Sunday supper. It's a apple butter biscuit, and this is made by Amanda from Music City Vape Sauce, and she did the nata Portuguese custard recipe that everybody loves. It's so awesome. But yeah, her mixes are amazing. I was trying to get her on, but she's a little camera shy, and
Right.
but yeah, she's an amazing mixer.
She's made a lot of popular liquids.
Yeah, a lot of commercial liquids. And I got Crazy Purple K-Fun with a original Russian on top that's flamed up.
Nice.
What's in there? I got my strawberry biscuit in there.
All right.
Looks like you need to mix some more of that.
It's getting down there.
It's
I got a
getting
full
there.
one over here though.
Oh, there you go.
The go one.
The to-go bottle.
Yes. And you know that, what's that used vape place again? VapeTrader.com, right?
Yeah.
I got this little, what's that? Rip Trippers, the Pharaoh
Yeah, Pharaoh.
RTA. Man, that's freaking bomb little RTA.
Pretty
So
good.
this is
one.
my, put it in my little neck bag, mow the lawn rig. When I'm out on the rider.
Sweet.
That's,
Is that it?
I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still on that Twisted Messes with the Eclipse cap
Nice.
with that Turkish maize.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really good mix.
What is that? The flavor profile on that?
A corn custard.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of sweet, but it's not wrecking the coils or the cotton. So
Corn like corn on the cob or corn like popcorn?
nah, it's not like a super buttery corn. It goes really nice with the custard.
Okay.
I have a couple corn, like the FE corn and FA corn, but I haven't played with them yet.
I really dig his bottles. They're classy.
Yeah.
Hold that up again. Now that is a classy bottle.
Yep. It's a
For
shame that with the
sure.
new warning labels, it's going to wreck half the bottle.
Can't you put it down the side?
Nah, it's got to cover so much percentage, like 30% of the bottle or something. It's got to be prominent. And
The font has to be a certain font.
yeah.
Yeah. They have to wreck everything.
Yep. And they're trying really hard now.
Yeah, you think?
It seems every
Tobacco
day.
stocks are through the roof now, thanks to Mr. Gottlieb.
Yeah, would they raise tobacco stock $7 billion in
3 days.
6 hours or
Yeah.
something ridiculous?
You know, Altria could probably buy another 10 private jets.
Heck yeah.
Makes you sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so keep sending those letters, emails, texts, faxes. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thought we were in a little bit of a lull. Now all of a sudden, you know, we're in the corner again and rotting. You know, Apollo Creed's on the other side.
Mm.
Well, I hope they got a little too aggressive this time and piss some more people off enough to where something will happen for our side, you know?
Well, yeah, if you look at what the FDA has done over the last, let's say, 12 to 18 months, first it was everybody had to be registered, have all their SKUs registered, all the e-liquid companies, and they had to have all this stuff done, had to have it all turned in by December of last year. And then all of a sudden that kind of went away. I mean, I guess they, most of them did it. I'm looking at, this stuff here. I'm seeing he's got his SKUs and everything on the bottom. He's got his label on there. But, and then you went into, then we started with the flavor bans. And now this stuff where you're pitting, open systems against pod systems. And, he's, if the 5 biggest offenders of what he's, what Gottlieb's complaint was about is all pod systems.
Yeah, and it's 95% of the market.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
So
scared.
they're going after the whole market pretty much.
I'm scared. I'm going to make our show FTA compliant. Oh, there we go.
So yeah, so it's like what, 6 out of the 7 are big tobacco pod systems.
Yeah, the only one that was not a big tobacco was Joel.
It's like an oxymoron. They hammer the big tobacco products, but it makes them $7 billion on the back end.
Are we compliant yet?
Yeah, I don't know. You can't make this shit up.
It's crazy.
Never mind the 160,000 that die from opioid epidemic. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the real epidemic.
Yeah, one of my son's friends is, back in the hospital now. He's 26 years old, 25 years old. Heroin.
Yeah.
Last year he buried one of his best friends because he had got fentanyl tainted heroin, and they found him laying in his bed dead.
Jesus. It's horrible.
The weekend before Thanksgiving last year.
Everybody knows somebody,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think they got their priorities fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Only a lot.
It has to be Arial font and 12 point, and the 30% is for print ads only. Okay.
Jesse's turn. What are you vaping on?
Got a microphone. Holy crap!
Look at that thing. That's high tech.
Okay, so I have a small question to everybody out there before I say what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting here working and stuff, and I have different pieces of paper, like I print out and have to sign and all that stuff. And I keep finding all these little rings, like that little ring right there on my paper. And I'm like when I go to fill out and write a note on the receipts that I put in the packages that I do, I look down and there's like this little ring, and I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And then I realize that it's from when I'm taking my top off my thing to drip, and I'm doing something and I sit it down. Like, who else has that problem? Like,
everybody.
Yeah. I didn't know paper was laying around here and a 13-year-old boy.
I know a lot of people have that problem, but like it just shows up. Like you don't even remember setting it down or whatever. You look over and it's on an important piece of paper that you need or something. It's like, what the hell?
I have a little tin I keep with a napkin on it, and I just put all the wet stuff on that. So get like a little cigar box or something and fold the napkin in half and get in the habit of putting stuff on there.
Maybe maybe I should design a little thing that sits there on your desk. You put a little piece of sponge in, and then you just set it on top of that.
You can find somebody to 3D print something handy like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I know a guy.
Yeah.
We just came up with a new idea right here.
We should get China to make a few of those.
Yeah. Send them out to all the big reviewers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
China.
Sarov, Drop Dead,
China.
Current River. That's it.
China.
Yeah, China.
China.
Hell yeah.
And that'd fall under the, you won't have to worry about the tariff on that.
It's medium.
China.
That's it, Philip Willer. It's a watermark. That's what it is. For watermarking things.
I kind of maybe thought it was from your flashlight at first or something.
What? Did Addy Tooney just say that and then lean way back out of his... Oh, man. I think we've become a bad influence on poor Addy Tooney.
Steve Fresh isn't here for a week, and he's,
he's tainted.
He made a fleshlight comment. Wait till I tell Fresh.
The Freshlight. Did I say fleshlight?
I don't know. It sounded like it to me. Holy shit!
Holy shit.
Addy Tooney. Crazy. All right. Am I the last one to go? I think I am. So what am I vaping on?
What are you vaping on, Gizzard?
I don't know. What am I vaping on? I'm vaping on this little rig. And it's got a goon. And it's got Ned Divine coils in it. And I'm vaping on... Oh! Toot my own horn. Oh, wait. I fucked up. I got to do this. Here we go. There. That's better. Now I got the warning label up.
There you go.
Gizzard Brew. You guys can't see it, but they can see it.
I got that running in my tugboat.
And let me see. I guess I got to put the. I just got to leave this up to be legal. I'm also vaping on Dis 1. I've got a Custard Fest going. And that I'm using the old Snow Wolf 200 watt. And guess what I got on top?
Goon.
It's a Goon.
OG.
Yep. With Ned Divine coils. And thirdly, last but not leastly, I am vaping on Hazy Custard.
Oh, nice.
Deeply steeped.
That one's got some nice color too.
Yeah, that's some private reserve there that I made from concentrate way back a while ago. I made like half a liter of it, so I just keep it at 0, and then when I want some, I'll fill up a 120 and nick it. Yeah, and of course I'm vaping that in the Adore mod.
Nice.
And guess what I got on top of there?
A Goon.
A Goon.
Goonerific. Gizzards do.
I love the Goon still.
I do too. I think my 22 millimeter Goon is one of my favorite addies.
Yeah, that one's really flavorful.
That was the first Addy I ever built on. It was a clone, but 22 millimeter Goon.
Yeah.
They're down to like $35 now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then now I can do it. Are you ready for it, Attitude?
I want to ask you a question or two, Gizzards do.
Okay, you ask me.
How many flavors in your mix? Your Gizzard Brew?
11.
Do you still vape on pickle liquor?
Not on a regular basis.
Okay.
It's a novelty liquid.
All right. I wasn't sure.
I usually just like to torture people with that one. Although some people really like it. You know, I don't think it's like an all-day vape for anybody but Garrity. You know what is her name? Angela Garrity.
Yes.
Her husband took like a whole 30 mil with him. He's like, I love this. I'll vape it. So that's the only person I know that wanted like, you know, a quantity of it. I can't remember his name. Is it Alan? I don't know. Somebody, if you know out there, tell me what her husband's name is. But so yeah, so something pretty cool that I did today. I didn't get vape mail. I actually went over to visit. Let me turn this off if I can find it. Sorry. There we go. I went over to Big D Coils. I went over to visit the big man. And I don't know if anybody saw him, but he was on Tommy Vapor's show last night. And he has a new RTA out. And it's called the Gollum. And so I wanted one, so he lives in town. He lives in Minnesota here with me. So I went over to visit him.
At his house, Gizzards do?
Yeah, at his house. And he sat there and made a build for me, some Staggertons. and we shot the shit and talked about fishing, and he installed the build in there. And here, let me turn this off. So that's the Gollum RTA deck with some Staggertons taken with my shitty cell phone, so it's a little out of focus, but you get the idea.
So he just whipped out some Staggertons for you and threw it in.
Yeah, no, I was there, and he's like, "You want some coils in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so he gets out his drill and everything, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I go, don't you have like a coil graveyard? Can't you just, He's like, "Yeah, I do, but I'll just make you some." So I sat there and talked to him while he spun up these coils. It was great. We talked about fishing and hunting and problems that we'd had with our boats and things like that.
Did you hook him up with a Shorty's boat funnel?
I did not, but I did hook him up with some Gizzard brew for him to try out.
Oh, very nice, Gizzard too.
Right. So, very nice guy. It was great meeting him. And the RTA comes in a bag like this. It's actually the logo is stitched on there. And like, I want to take pictures of it because he put such a nice build in there. So I'm not going to wick it or anything until I can get some pictures for Instagram.
Holy crap! Look at that intake opening.
Oh, the holes in it are huge.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's bigly.
Yeah, and you can, but you can crank it down to like a mouth to lung almost. So they look really huge, but you can actually adjust it down to like that, which is like pretty much nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
really restricted.
Is it dual coil only?
Dual coil only with this top cap, yes.
Did it come with a different top cap, or that's the only option?
It did not come with a different top cap, but one reason I was really interested in this RTA is it's goon compatible.
Oh, sweet.
So all of the goon caps fit perfectly. And so if anybody out there is scared off by those giant airflow holes and you have some goons laying around, just realize you can swap out a goon cap and either run it in single coil mode, or you can dial it back to something a little less airy. I haven't actually vaped it, but I know that Yeti's uncle was on Tommy's last night, and I had him put a goon cap on his, and he vaped it, and I go, "How is it?" And he's like, "It's awesome." So I'm thinking, I might even try and do a review. I don't know if anybody wants to see me try to do a review.
I would enjoy that.
But I might attempt it. I normally don't review things because I don't get things in a timely fashion. Like 1,000 people have reviewed it before I get it. But because I was able to run over and, all right, look at that, it's blue. Because I was able to run over and pick it up in person today. He's only been selling them for a couple weeks, so if I get my tail in gear, I might actually be able to get a review out that would be timely.
I think you should go for it, Gizzard Stu.
Yeah, I think I might. Why not, right?
You can help Mrs. Gizzard Stu can help you with it.
Live like the spork. Be unique. Even if it's late, you should still do a review on it because somebody somewhere.
Did you bake? Did you bake that? It looks like it shrunk.
No, it just dried.
Oh, okay. Does the clay shrink a little bit as it dries?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe it's just depends how far you hold it from the camera. I don't know. It looks smaller than it did the other night. So anyway, Big D was a fabulous guy. I really enjoyed talking to him. And if anybody's interested in picking up a Gollum, The only way you can get him right now is to contact him through Instagram. Big_D_coils on Instagram, and I believe they are $50 shipped with anywhere within the U.S. and $45 plus shipping internationally. So not a bad price.
No, not at all.
You know, and like I said, I'm pretty excited about this one because I'm a goon lover, and it's very similar to me in size, and I don't know. I'll have to show you if you want to know more about it. You might rewatch Tommy's show from last night. Big D was actually on there, and he was showing the deck and everything and explaining it probably far better than I could right now.
Could we see the deck now, Gizzard, too?
I showed the people out in the audience the deck. I have it on a photograph, so they've seen it. I can't really show it to you, Addy Tooney.
That's fine.
Other than to, you know, I could take it apart and hold it up, but you're not going to be able to see it very well. So.
Well, exciting. So
Yeah.
when are you gonna wick it up? What are you gonna put in there to try it with?
Well, it's all ready to go. All I need to do is put cotton in it. But like I said, I wanted to try and color the beautiful coils a little bit and try and take some close-ups with the old, you know how we take close-ups with our magnifying glasses. the high-tech photography.
It works.
It does work. But I wanted to try and do that.
Cool.
I did want to try and do that before I wicked it up and messed it up, you know. Try and get some nice
Take
pictures.
something nice and blunt and brush those coils real good before you go to try to color them.
Yeah, I need to wash it too, you know, just to give it a rinse and fresh build. I should probably, like you said, I should brush it a little bit and wash it out.
Good for you, Gizzard, Stu. It's been a while since you got a new Addy.
I know. I'm always like, what's new? Nothing. Nothing, pretty much.
We could find out what Lumi's vaping, how her day's going,
We could.
how her week was.
Oh, I was just about to type it. I noticed somebody just said that they made the Fresh's coconut cream, which was an inspiration from one of Fresh's recipes. I just kind of added more coconut to it and changed the recipe a little bit. I've had this one for about a week, and the coconut's finally popping, so I'm really enjoying it now.
Nick Devine.
Nice.
Nick Devine, get your ass in here.
And then I went to Michael's and bought myself some hemp.
What is that, Lumi?
It's hemp.
Oh, it's twine?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I like to make jewelry. So,
Are they calling it cording?
yeah.
Hmm.
At the top it says hemp cording.
Oh, it's fancy.
right.
It's in multiple languages.
Nick Devine.
International.
Nick Devine is going to be here soon. That makes me happy because he also has a Gollum, and he's built it, and he can probably shed some light on it that I can't. So maybe we can do that when he gets here.
Oh, I know what that is now. He showed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an awesome Addy, I think. I'll have to use it for a couple weeks and find out, but
Got like a big wedge and it pushes in a groove, right?
Yeah.
The coil.
yeah. So the nice thing is if you're doing wide coil leads, you don't have to stack them. They'll fit in there side by side.
We're talking over Lumi here. She's trying to tell us how her week was and stuff. Sorry, Lumi.
I just got excited because Nick Devine's coming. I'm sorry, Lumi.
No, you're good. I'm happy you're excited. It's
I'm
amazing.
excited.
I'm looking forward to your review on it.
Yep, I might give it a whirl.
A review through the eyes of the spork.
Hell yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Even if it's awful, people will watch it.
Oh, yeah.
You know how Rin has the My Little Kitty on her glasses? You could glue a spork on your glasses. What do you think?
On mine or Lumi's?
On yours, Gizzards too.
No. People love to watch a train wreck.
What else you mix up this week, Lumi?
I've just been working on that coconut recipe. This is the one that they made in chat, so it's been airing for about 40 minutes now. I'm gonna recap it and chill on it. But past that, just went to Michael's and just had a blast. Got some beads and stuff to put on the jewelry that I'm gonna make.
It's a fun store.
All right. I have another announcement to make too. I should probably do it early enough in the show that so Swaggy can get the most mileage out of it. So at Vaping Swag through Saturday night, he is going to have a special sale. And that is, if you go over there and you spend $75 or more, you will get 50% off your order. So if you make it to $75, that would come to $37.50. And he's also offering free shipping at $50. So if you go over there and you somehow get enough stuff in your cart to reach $100, you'll only pay $50 at checkout, and you get it shipped for free. So this would be an awesome time to go over there and to get your teas,
ready mixes.
Yeah, ready mixes, your e-liquids, Gizzard Brew. Go over there and get one of these Vaping Saves Lives, no buts about it shirts. You can get it half off. So that would be $17.50, I think. No, less than that, $12.50. So it's a good opportunity to stock up on some Swagalicious, right?
There's some really good stuff over there. I'm gonna have to take a gander over there.
Get some BSO blueberry.
Yeah.
So
And Stevia is really good.
Check out Vaping Swag.
I like to peruse the clearance section as well.
Yeah.
The clearance section on Vaping Swag?
Yeah.
Get over there and try some donuts. His donut stuff is out of this world too.
And that Golden Joe is one of the best coffees I've had in a while.
Caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good. And people
I had a chance to review it.
People Melons is the best melon vape I have ever had.
And Gizzard Brew Custard is no slouch.
It's good.
So, just wanted to point that out. He's going to run that all the way till tomorrow at midnight Eastern time, I think. So, you don't have to go right now, but you can go there after the show or whatever and spend some money.
I like Flavors shirt. I use Flavors to quit smoking.
Actually, that's not going to be available because we want all the money to go to CASA. So that's the only thing that's not going to be half price over there. We actually just removed it for the next 2 days, just so otherwise it gets too hard to manage. But everything else is over there. But thank you for bringing that up, Addie.
Now everybody knows where the t-shirt went, at least.
Yeah, that's right. If you go over there looking for that, yeah, we pulled it just because, we want that money to go to CASA, and he didn't want to sell them for $10 or whatever. He wants the money to go to help advocacy. So,
where it belongs.
Literally everything else site-wide except for the one thing that Addie Tooney promoted is on sale, though.
You ever made to wreck somebody's day, Gizzard?
You had no way to know, but thank you. I knew that was going to happen.
Lumi, what do you usually vape on? What Addies? Are you on a dripper, a tank?
I like the recurve squonk. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I like it
that.
a lot. I like it a lot.
On that, I have the Dead Rabbit. And then on the Dot Mod mech, I have the Equitas. I'm really liking that because the posts are just like the Dead Rabbit and they're nice and close together, so it makes it really easy for those basic coils, which I've fallen in love with. And I have the Paranormal.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Is that the oh, that's the what, the DNA 250?
Yep, 250C.
Nice.
I'm slowly falling in love with the mechs, though. This thing goes with me everywhere now.
Yeah, that little dot mod's really nice. It's so light, it doesn't even feel like there's a battery in it.
Kind of like the Admiral's actually like that for a 2700 mod. It doesn't feel like you're really holding anything.
Oh, is that aluminum?
They have, well, I think they have aluminum and they have a, I think their black ones are actually aluminum. I don't even think they're Cerakoted brass or anything or copper. Because I picked one up, I mean, just picked up to hold it back in last November when I went to Raleigh, and I was like, it had a battery in it and had that new, at the time it was the new to Culver RTA on top, and it felt like there was nothing in my hand. And that's one you can get from Very Vocal Vapors right now. They have a special edition one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think the whole set's like $250 or $2 1/4.
When it comes to mech mods, I want to feel something in my hand. I can't do aluminum. It's too light. I want there to be weight, like copper or brass or something. I don't know what I've tried aluminum ones. My first aluminum mech was one of the limitless ones with the sleeve. It was all aluminum. I was just it was all knurled and pretty, and I was like, I can't do it. It's not enough weight for me.
Mikey Vapes in the house. What's up, Mike?
Mike Vapes.
What's up, Mike?
We were just talking about the recurve.
What up, Mikey?
Where did mine go? Oh, I just...
There it is.
I need to put a battery in it. I take the batteries out of everything now before I go to bed after Jesse's incident with his...
dot mod mech.
Yeah, I know it wasn't the recurve, but I'm still just paranoid now. Every battery comes out of everything that's not being used.
A lot of people do that. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, you should, and I should have. I don't know why I didn't. It's just good, a good habit to get into, to take your batteries out.
Did you ever get an answer from Dot Mod on that?
No, I kind of took both of them apart and got the one going. The other one, all of the internals are all melted together and everything. It wasn't.
Was it the problem I sent you, like that ECF post?
No, it was. I think it was different. Like, I don't really know what caused it, because I mean, when the button's not pushed, it shouldn't have been an issue. Oh, you're talking about that the button being screwed in there. No, yeah, it was tight in there. It was. I had taken it apart and cleaned it out and put it back exactly how it was. It came, and made sure I tightened that up because I heard it was an issue. And yeah, I don't know what could have caused it. I really don't. It don't make no sense to me. If the button's not being pushed, there shouldn't have been any kind of connection.
Well, reading that thread, that ECF thread, there was a lot of arcing, and it created a lot of carbon. So it actually created a carbon. It closes
like a bridge.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I wanted to point out that Mike Vapes is in chat, and he's trying to pick a fight with Socrates, the cab driver, by calling him an Uber driver.
They're doing that Malacca thing, aren't they?
Them's fighting words.
You know, if we ever go to Greece, Socrates said he would drive us around his country.
That would be fucking genius.
Fucking
Yeah, that
genius.
meter would be running the whole time now.
Do I get to ride shotgun?
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
I want to be hanging off the back of something.
I can rig something.
We'll bring a skateboard and you can have a tow rope.
I just did that, Lumi.
These things are so. I love this. The feel of the squonk bottle is amazing.
I know that silicone. It's just something about that silicone.
What is it that you got there?
It's a recurve.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the recurve squonk, and then I'm filling it up with my.
It's the recurve, Jesse.
I didn't know.
Pay attention. We've been talking about it for 5 minutes.
Well, I know.
Where have you been?
We were talking about squonking.
He was thinking about the dot mod. We were talking about the burn up switch.
I was trying to think of where I put it because I can show you exactly what it. If I can find it, I'll show you what it did.
So, Frank, tell us about your mix that's on #1 on all the flavors right now.
Wow.
It's basically a Bananas Foster's cheesecake. And it was just because this Sunday we're doing bananas, and I was just messing around with something, and I'm like, well, let me try a Bananas Foster. I looked up what's actually in a Bananas Foster. The only thing it doesn't have is like the walnuts or anything. But I've seen a couple different versions where, you know, some of them don't have. Some of them are female, some are male. I guess some have nuts, some don't.
That'll melted together where it's supposed to slide inside that peak or whatever.
Yeah,
and then,
that's the part that fails. Yep.
And then the soldering it got so hot the soldering came mostly apart on it.
So don't buy dot mod.
Don't leave your batteries in your dot mod.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really heard a whole lot of people having it do this bad. So I mean, it's isolated cases. I feel maybe I don't know. I haven't really.
It's bad enough that there's a post on ECF about it.
That's true. That's crazy.
My nephew just got one of them too.
I love it.
It's his first Mac. It was his first. He got the drop and he got the dot mod. Squonk.
It's a big letdown for that to happen because I like the mod.
That's beautiful looking. Well, tell your nephew Frank to contact dot mod, see if there's a fix for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him and see
everything. He was just using smoke tank, smoke RTA or mods and sub-ohm tanks and everything, and he asked me about getting something where he can actually taste his juice, and I told him, get a squonker, and he went to a local brick and mortar, and that's what they sold him. I'm
gonna get a hold of them and see what they want to do about it because it's pretty crazy. I'm not rough on my mods at all, and I clean them and take care of them and stuff. There's no reason for that.
Well, take a picture of that switch assembly and take a picture of that UCF thread I sent you and contact them.
I'll do that.
I would like to.
How's that work if you want to?
I would like to offer a warm welcome to Nicholas Devine.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, everybody?
Ooh.
I was watching for a little bit, but so I am a little caught up on what you guys are talking about. But what's up? So I'm sorry I'm late. And what's up, chat? I'm getting my chat up soon. So
sweet. I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah.
I still love that RDA.
I actually that's my favorite RDA is the dot mod 20 to vape is the dot mod 24 with the Trinity glass. I got to talk to Trinity glass. I actually finally broke my bullet cap, that cap that you have there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually finally broke mine, and I've dropped it so many times and it didn't break.
I've dropped mine twice in the driveway with gravel, and I was thinking for sure it was going to be crushed, and nope.
Yeah, I've dropped it at work on a wood floor, never on a concrete, but I finally broke it putting it on my bathroom sink, getting into the shower, and it slipped off and fell just right into the sink too. So I've dropped it from holding it up in the, just holding it walking down the street, and it fell just like this and cracked the top, broke right off because it hit the hard sink.
Damn it.
They're pretty tough though.
Yeah. Luckily, luckily I'm sponsored, so I get enough of them.
I broke it. I broke another one.
Yeah.
Just send me 5 of them. It's cool.
Yeah, that's the first one I broke. I think I've got like 10 now. That's the first one I broke.
Hashtag I'm hard on shit.
Yeah.
So Nick Devine, what are you vaping, and how was your week?
My week was good. I'm glad it's Friday, but my week's good. I'm right now. I'm vaping. I'm vaping Gizzard Brew. Gizzard Brew, and I actually got it on BTFC and on the mech mod that you gifted me on the
nice
EH Pro. So it's working great on here too. I think I have like a point. I want to say I got damn near a .22 dual coil on here, and it's hitting good. Which that's not very common for me to have that on a mech mod, but it's working good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty high for a mech and for it to be hitting good.
Yeah, it looks like it's working good.
Yeah.
I gotta get back into mechs. I haven't picked up a new mech in a while.
Yeah, I think lots of people are like they get into like phases where, and I'm the same way. I'll like box mods for a while, and then I'll get like a mech that I really like. Like when I got the broadside, that's all I used. And then when I got the triple parallel, the TS, that's all I used. And that dot mod too that Jesse was just talking about. I'm actually surprised. You should contact them because I'm actually surprised that there was an issue with it.
I've had an issue. I've had the same issue twice.
Yeah. Now I've had mine for a while. I don't take it to work. It's one of the few mods I don't take to work. And I could feel the button definitely is different from when it was brand new, but I use it a lot, like a lot. So, yeah.
Well, the thing with me is though, I use mechs most of the time, like probably 98% of the time, and then it's usually one of the squonks the other 2%. And so, like, it's not even like I've been using it a lot for it to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to pull the battery out when you're not around it.
Oh, it stays with that. I don't put it.
I meant to Nick.
Yeah.
I haven't since he said it. I've been wanting to, but I just always forget. There is something that happens with a lot of squonks actually, but like the dot mod has 2 doors. It has this one obviously to get inside to put your stuff in, and then it has a door, so I guess you could change the color. And I haven't took this door off. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. I just took it off for the first time, and this is what's going on.
It had a bunch of liquid in it.
Yeah.
All wet inside.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
That happens all the time. My Pulse 80 watt.
It's weird as hell though, because with that top, with it being a squonker, you don't pull the top off of it to squonk or anything, but somehow that liquid always gets in there.
Yeah, it's like the condensation probably mixed with maybe it getting in there sometimes, but yeah.
The original, I was just gonna say the original Pulse. I get like 0 leaking with this thing. You know, maybe a couple drops when you're changing the bottle or something, but it just doesn't leak.
I went from the G box is my first squonk, and it leaks terrible. And then the recurve, not one leaking problem. So I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, the G box. The G box is definitely my work thing. I don't really like how they did that squonk bottle. You had to like rig it if you wanted it to work good, and it's just that thing. It hits good. And it's awesome for the price. It's amazing for the price. I'd buy another one if I, or I'd tell people to buy it. I wouldn't buy one myself, but that squonk bottle was no good. And it wasn't. I
did the Mike Vapes mod to it, cut the tube, and just use a regular.
Yeah, I did that too.
You know how the batteries fall out every time you want to fill the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I bought this in the first place.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring the conversation back to this, Nick, now that you're here.
Yeah.
Did you see me that I went over and met him today?
Yes, I did see that.
That was awesome, man.
Like, yeah.
He sat.
Yeah. Did you get to put a build in there?
He sat there and broke out his drill and made me a Staggerton.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to. I didn't want to wick it up yet. I want to take some pictures. So,
Yeah.
But if you have yours there, maybe you can tell people about the deck a little bit more. Because it's pretty unique deck, the way the clamp works and whatnot.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, you know, I've talked to Mike. Mike's on my build team, so I've gotten to talk to him a lot, and it's also just kind of obvious where they were going with it. So I'm trying to find it real quick. Here it is. So basically, if anybody has the Goon, if you're a builder, you're probably going to say that the Goon's your favorite RTA for building, and most likely for vaping too, because it accepts the big coils that you're building and it lets them vape well. So with the Gollum, it's a lot like the Goon, only the only thing you couldn't do with the Goon is super wide coils. So you could do wide coils, you could do big coils, but you couldn't do super wide. So you could do like a 4 wrap big coil, but you couldn't do like a 5 or a 6 wrap because the screws were in the way. The outside screws were in the way. So basically, they figured out a way to get them screws to not matter on the outside by making it a wedge.
There's a channel.
Yeah, so you could fit big coils in there. And I actually have a build in here right now. The one I've been showing off on Instagram is like probably the biggest build you would probably put in here. It's a pretty big build. It's wide and it's also very thick. I kind of pushed the limits of the RTA when I was installing it because it's dual and they're very thick coils.
Oh, that's a monster.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, so those wouldn't fit in the Goon because the screws would most likely be in the way. Now, if I wanted to 4 wrap them, they would fit in there. And you'll see lots of coils like this that are 4 wrap in the Goon. But these are like a 10-ply staple with frames, and it's just, and a 5 wrap, which isn't very common to put in a Goon.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else is that? Yeah, so that and the airflow looks very deceiving. The airflow, the holes are humongous.
Yeah.
The holes are, man, my lighting's bad for doing this right now. The holes are humongous. So if I had a Goon to show you what their holes look like, I only have a 1.5 sitting here. Whatever, the 1.5. You'll get the point. So there's the airflow on the 1.5, and here's the Gollum. See how big of holes those are, and there's 2 of them.
Right.
And that looks it looks like, man, that's going to be airy. Even though it's adjustable, it still looks like it's going to be airy, but
you can dial it down pretty well.
Yeah, and I thought I would have to do that. I thought I'd be like, I'm going to be doing less than 1 big hole there. Now I use it wide open 1 hole, and it's even a little restrictive, really. Especially when you're putting big builds in there, they're going to restrict the air as well. So.
Big builds, you need some cooling.
Yeah, yeah.
You need some airflow.
Yeah, I love how it vapes, and it's a fun RTA to build on. It's definitely like the Goon, where, like the first couple builds you probably put in the Goon, if you remember the first builds you put in, they're difficult. You know, you got to flip it upside down to get until you get the feeling of it. Like I don't think I ever flip up my Goon upside down anymore because I get the feeling of how the clamps work.
Right.
And that's kind of the same thing here. Like it shouldn't be your first RTA that you ever buy.
It's probably really a bitch to build on. really a bitch to build on camera. You know. Can you hold it up, Nick, and show them like the V groove? Can you hold it from the side? Try and show them how that channel looks.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the clamps.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so it's basically a U clamp, all right, and then the screws go inside, and then there's just a wedge.
Yeah.
And it's a rounded wedge, and the rounded wedge fits right in there. So you put your leads here, and then that wedge just crushes them all in.
It's like a seamless gutter.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes great connection too. Very, very conductive. Much like the goon. The goon was very conductive as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I got to get one. And then I contacted him yesterday. He was on Tommy's show. And I go, why don't I just drive over there? He's like, come on over. Yeah. So, and then we talked for like 3 hours. So, pretty good dude.
Yeah, yeah. He is good people.
I'll say it'll whip you out to Staggerton right there for you.
Hell yeah. Can't complain. Yeah.
So did you get your seamless green gutter up there, Gizzard?
No, I fucked around all day and I went and got an RTA.
Should have been like Big D. So why don't you come over to my house and we'll put in some gutters.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to come over? We'll throw up some gutters and then we'll go fishing.
Yeah. Eat some bugs.
Yeah, man.
Mayflies are tasty, I heard, Gizzards too.
Yum.
They are good. They are really good. All right, well, thanks for the show and tell, Nick. That was helpful.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked about it. I really am. Plus, you know what? I got number 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice. So 11 times 2.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I want to take some pictures of it.
If the coil gets pulled in when clamping it down all the way, when clamping it down at all.
You know, I didn't notice that. So I only put 2 builds in here. I do want to make a video on it, but I want to play with it a little bit more before I do that. It's, you know what, it's very well, I don't know. I would kind of say like the Goon LP, just because, you know, when you install the coils, they're going to be up high, and then you kind of bend them down, kind of like
the drop.
I guess kind of like their drop in reverse, yeah, where the drop goes in the middle and these go on the outside. Yeah, so kind of like the drop or the maybe the Equitas sometimes. But yeah, it's I don't notice the coils sucking in any. I guess a little. I've kind of only done the 2 extremes, like a basic, a smaller alien, and then a big coil. So I gotta try out like medium coils.
Gizzards too. I've had a hankering for some caramel apple crisp. I gotta find it and then mix a bottle up real quick.
I have a bottle over here that is well steeped in 0. I do the same thing. I got a bottle that's really good and well steeped, and then I just pull out 30 or 60 mils, throw a little nick in it, and it's good to go.
Perfect.
You know what I absolutely need that I'm not really able to buy myself? I really want to try Addie's yogurt, but, you know, Dawn doesn't sell it pre-made, and I don't really DIY.
I'll send you some over.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we can hook you up. We can send you a bottle of VG too, and we'll show you how to do it.
Yeah.
For next time.
Oh man,
it's not hard.
I'm not afraid that it's hard. I'm afraid that I'm gonna start making DIY videos. And
there's only 2. There's only 2 steps.
What happened to Coil Wars? He's doing DIY now.
He's hanging out with Frank on Sundays.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Mixed it with the Eagles game on in the background.
I don't know, DIYing and coil building?
Do it all.
Yeah.
Your whole life now.
Yeah, my whole entire life, yeah.
Yeah, Addie, Sub Vapes asked if he can ask you a question.
Oh, absolutely.
A mixing question.
I don't have the knowledge that Fresh does, but I'll try.
I don't know, Addie. I've had your coconut cream pie.
I'm gonna question that one, Addy.
Yeah, I don't have half the flavors that a lot of these mixers do.
Well, that's what makes you good. You know, you work with what you got. That's what I always said about Mark Sr. You know, he has a limited budget, so he doesn't have 1,000 flavors, and he makes some really good recipes with 100 flavors, 75 flavors.
I just have a problem like storing them and finding them when I need them. You know,
Yeah,
I have so many as it is. I just don't want any more.
Yeah, it takes me just as long, if not longer, to find all the flavors than it is to actually mix it.
I guess I'm lucky. I'm still in the early stages, so I'm just hanging up shelves against this wall right here and just putting all of my flavors on it.
So exactly my point. I am like that with spools of wire. So imagine if I had both.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim Dixon's offering to send some over too, Nick.
Oh, also everybody's gonna be sending it to me.
Oh, Life of Vape's in the house?
Yeah.
What's up,
Life?
You're gonna have a shit ton of Addie's yogurt.
Yeah. I'll be giving it away on the show. Well, since I got fucking 1,000 milliliters of it.
I'm gonna find that concentrate Gizzard too.
I love me some yogurt vapes too, man. I never thought I would like them, and then when that Rocket Man came out, I started trying more, and there was oh, you know what was good? The company Kilo, or is it Kilo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kilo e-liquids had what is it? The Kaiberry, which one was their yogurt?
Keyberry yogurt.
Yeah, oh my god, I was stuck on that for a long time.
I like that stuff.
That banana milk, yum.
That's a good juice company. Classy labels too. That's a good juice company. I like them.
Well, that's one of the big things that, you know, Gottlieb was jumping in our necks about this week was, you know, we've been trying to police ourselves and we haven't done a good job with it as far as the labeling on a lot of the stuff.
Hey, Adituni, that question's out there for you. It's, I'm not used to mixing at such low percentages as you use. How does it affect the mix if I say triple the percentage of yours? Will it just spoil it?
I would try doubling it first and see what happens, because the percentages should work out where nothing will overpower each other. Because if it's right at low percentage, it should be right at medium.
Double will probably work for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't go triple.
No, you might end up with catastrophe.
You might end up with bleh.
How does yogurt?
Your garbage disposal will smell nice.
How does yogurt taste in a vape? Does it actually taste just like yogurt?
Yeah, it's tart.
Yeah, if you're using Greek yogurt, you get that tartness. If you're using like creamy yogurts and stuff, it's just an extra cream. I mean, you're not going to get like the cultures or anything like that, but
yeah, it's the Greek yogurts that I really like. The ones that get a more bitter. Yeah,
Greek yogurt's what I.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Did you say garbage disposal, Frank?
You put your hand in the garbage disposal.
Oh, set me up for that one.
It's like slow pitch softball.
Stuff her up your butt.
Ooh, I still got some of this concentrate left. Not another strawberry.
I don't know if you're allowed to show that.
You might not want to mix that. You might be able to get some good money for that.
This is a good one. Mango sticky rice, baby.
Yeah.
You should put that one on eBay and you could retire, Eddie.
I still got a bunch of the West End's concentrates.
So do I.
He's a damn fine mixer.
Oh, yeah.
You still have any of the original, the hell was that stuff? Yeah, why am I drawing a blank? From 3 years ago, the people out in California. Appalachian Delight.
Oh.
Fluent Vapors.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I still have a couple of bottles of their concentrate floating around too.
Are they no longer around?
No, they're long gone.
That pudding pounder?
Powder, baby.
Oh.
I don't know if you're allowed to show that attitude.
Don puts up with me.
Yeah, I suppose if anybody could get away with it, it would be you.
Love you, Don. I got so much caramel apple crisp. It's awesome.
Addie Tooney gets a pass.
There's some Addie's yogurt.
Oh, old school bottle. Old school.
Yeah.
Bottle.
I have enough concentrates probably to vape for about 3 years, Gizzard Stew.
Probably.
I have a whole 30 mil per consequence I haven't even mixed yet.
The old school banana bondage.
Oh. Yeah, I'm out of banana bondage. I gotta get more of that.
This is what I have left of the consequence.
Yum.
Nice.
It's getting really golden.
I keep that in a K-Fun.
I have
Yeah,
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 110 mils of nut from concentrate that's been steeped for a couple of months.
I actually keep Bedore's consequence and blueberry something in the recurve squonk.
Nice.
It's the only thing I can stand being in a squonk because I can't vape anything else all day.
Oh, there's Dawn out in the chat.
Love you, Don.
Oh, Addie Tooney. He brought her out. Brought her out of the woodwork.
I got blueberry something. I got strawberry something. Submission. All the concentrates Gizzards do.
So, Addie Tooney, they're asking if you're going to run a live mixing show tomorrow at noon.
No, nope.
Come on, Addie. Come on.
I don't have the gift of gab like Fresh. Fresh, he's always got something to talk about.
You and Frank could do it.
Yeah, come on, Addie. I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing more.
You could invite a few people, invite Ren and
We'll get Shindo. Get Concrete.
yeah, to just have a replacement show.
Screw you, Addie Tooney. I ain't coming out without Fresh. I got lots of VSO flavorings here. Strawberry, apple, the Danish one, a cafe mocha. They're all good. That blueberry, though.
Blueberry's something else.
Yeah, blueberry is supposed to be like one of the best blueberries. We were talking about dark berries a few weeks ago, and that was one of the ones that came up. Yeah, I still have to get that one. With this sale, I may have to hit it up.
So what are you talking about Sunday?
Bananas. That's
you do a mix yet?
Yeah, that's the Bananas Foster cheesecake, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be okay. What'd Mary Beth make?
Mary Beth's not she's got work this week, so she's not gonna be around. She may send me a recipe to Spotlight. And Moose will be playing with fire up in Massachusetts, so it's gonna be me, Tammy, Mophead, and maybe Mark Sr. Oh, no, Adam Pilarczyk.
Oh, cool. So Moose is doing his fire dancing thing?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, guys, I got an off-topic question. I think it's time for an off-topic question. Okay. Addie Tooney, if somebody gave you $5 million to start a museum, what kind of museum would you start?
Holy shit, Gizzard.
I know, it's a good one, right? $5 million.
I would build a museum, and I would showcase all this stuff that, like building materials and chemicals and all this stuff people used to use that ended up being like some of the most dangerous stuff in history, so that nobody would repeat that ever again.
DDT.
Yeah. DDT, asbestos, dioxin.
So let me get this straight. You would build a toxic museum?
Oh, God.
The showpiece would be a learning museum about, so that nobody does that again.
The toxic museum, you think people would come to see that?
I think they would.
Maybe you could contact the Smithsonian. Maybe they'll let you open your own wing.
We, the wife and I went to Washington. We went to the one Smithsonian with all the bugs. And the wife got to hold a Madagascar cockroach. The thing was this big. It's crawling up her arm.
God.
And she wanted to hold a tarantula, but they didn't have the tarantulas available that day.
When I was there, the Aerospace Museum was the best one.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Isn't it?
There's a freaking Enola Gaze in there.
I know.
There's a Concorde in the museum and a space shuttle in there. It's amazing.
There's what was it? The Spruce Goose is in there too, I think.
I know one of the Wright brothers planes in there. I don't think the Spruce Goose is in there.
It's in a museum somewhere. Howard Hughes's wooden plane.
Right. That what got 2 feet off the ground.
Has anyone else ever been to Washington D.C. on the panel?
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of marble.
I was too young to go and actually really appreciate and enjoy everything that I was seeing, but still have the memories, like of some of the stuff you guys are talking. I went to that museum, the one with the planes in it, and I remember walking around and looking at some of that stuff, and I was too young to actually appreciate a lot of it. My favorite place was the memorial, though.
The Vietnam?
Yep.
Mm.
It's moving. It really is. Walking past the reflection pool and just realizing all the history that happened there, you almost get that vibe, you know?
The Korean War Memorial is pretty awesome, too, because it's like a field full of statues that are real lifelike, bronze statues.
Ooh.
An amazing place, and then there's so much depressing about it too. The whole city, you know, is just a nightmare.
Arlington Cemetery is pretty cool.
Yep, changing of the guard, the unknown soldier.
Yeah, pretty cool going up in the Washington Monument. Pretty cool going to the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
Seeing Lincoln sitting on his throne. You got a guard there telling you don't rub his feet.
With an M16, yes sir, I won't.
We can't have everybody rubbing his feet because it destroys the marble. Which I guess I could see that. Over time, he just have like a nub for big toe.
So here's a question: would you rather go to DC or the Toxic Museum, Gizzard?
I think I'd rather go to the Smithsonian. Let's do the museum question. I'm going to put the museum question to Lumi. If you had $5 million to build a museum, what kind of museum would you build?
The first thing that came to mind when you asked that would be Firearms.
Oh.
That's like a Demolition Man.
Are you into firearms?
I love them. I'm looking forward to just... I've already started the collection. I personally own 2. And we have much more in the house.
Wow. We keep learning new things about Lumi.
Second Amendment, baby.
Yep. I concealed carry a Ruger LCR.
Nice.
And if I'm wearing a heavy enough winter coat, I concealed carry a Beretta PX4 Storm. So a museum on firearms, I would just be able to get further into the history on firearms and get my hands on more guns.
I did not expect that answer.
Awesome movie. Gizzard Stew, I changed my mind. Now I'm thinking about it.
You don't want a toxic museum?
I still do, but if I had $5 million, I had to spend it on a museum. It would be a vaping museum, and what it does for people, and how much less harmful it is.
Damn you, Addie Tooney! That was mine. That was mine, Addie Tooney. Nick, if you had $5 million and you could start a museum, what would you put in it?
Yeah, so the first thing I thought was just like culture stuff, like our culture stuff, like anything from, I guess, anything like that had like a really short run. Like, let's say you would have a couple sections in the museum, like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, so on or whatever, and it would have like the 90s would have like Pogs and all the toys that were cool just for that moment in there, like all nostalgic stuff. And if we're not careful, the 2000s would have vaping and stuff like that.
I think they already have that museum.
You know, we have a whatchamacallit here too. I was just thinking that, what's it called? The Mutter Museum we have in Philly. And it's all like kind of, I think it's all dead stuff and all dark stuff. And,
yeah, it's creepy as hell.
Yeah, it's like I've actually never been there. It's like one of them things, like when you live so close to it, you don't go there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like when everybody asks me, what's my favorite cheesesteak? I don't even really eat cheesesteaks like ever. Yeah, it's the Mutter Museum, and it's in Center City. So if you're ever in Philly, it's actually, I heard it's like really cool place to go.
All right, Jesse, do you have an idea for a museum?
Yep. It would be split in half. Half of it would be tools throughout history. The other half would be recovered relics and stuff like that from throughout history.
I knew it. It'd have to have something to do with metal detecting.
Maybe you could have a metal detecting museum.
I love tools, though. Probably even more than... Like, I watch a lot of videos on tools getting redone and fixed up from back in, like, the first tools that were ever made. It's pretty neat stuff. I love tools. Any kind of old, new, anything in between. Hand tools, mostly.
I like those old channels where they use vintage tools only, no power tools.
Mm-hmm.
Old woodworking tools, especially, they had. It's just interesting how they had so many. What do you call them? Help me, Attituni. Planes. They had made so many different kinds of planes for doing different kinds of corners and stuff.
Yep.
It's crazy.
The Yankee workshop.
Rabbit planes.
I think the evolution of tools is pretty awesome. Like, from where they started to where they are now, especially like pneumatic tools. Like, man, it's crazy as hell how they made them back in like the 30s and 40s versus like now.
Punamic. I hate to correct you when we're live, but it's Punamic. There's a P on it.
Punamic.
Pneumatic.
Yeah.
That's it. Pneumatic. Frank, you've had plenty of time to think. I want the best answer. The best answer. Frank's been sitting there going, I got one.
I would say a transportation museum. Not just trucking, but everything in general. Trains and planes and cars and, cars that failed, like the Yugo and something like this. Well, Studebaker really didn't fail. It was just poor marketing.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll have John Candy, a wax statue of John Candy. There's just so many different modes of transportation from back in caveman time all the way till present day.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I thought of another one. Can I do mine now?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that I would make a toy museum, like a history of toys going back to the 1800s. You know, so you'd have a progression, because kids used to play with like sticks and a hoop. You know?
But that was the 1700s, though.
And no, it was 1800s. They didn't have much. They made dolls out of corn cobs, and and then when the toys really took off was in the 60s, really. So the toy market has ballooned since Barbie dolls and GI Joes, and
Yeah, like the 50s and 60s are like where it jumped.
in the 50s, though, like all girls had to play with was paper dolls. You know, seriously. Until Barbie came out, there was really, they have antique dolls like baby dolls, but they didn't have anything. Barbie was like a trendsetter.
Ooh, my grandmother collected those glass dolls with the
Porcelain
eyes.
dolls, yeah.
Oh.
Those things are freaky.
Everywhere in the living room you'd turn, there'd be a doll just staring at you.
Nightmares are made of that stuff.
And then they could have like a dangerous toy section. We'd have lawn darts and I don't know. When I was a kid, they sold this thing that was called the Fright Factory, and it was literally like a freaking iron plate that you plugged in, and then you'd pour goop in there, and toxic fumes would come up, and then you'd get like a plastic spider made out of, something that was probably completely carcinogenic.
I had one too. Those were fun. You burnt the crap out of yourself.
Yeah, it was like, how did they think that kids were, I guess you learned a lot. It's like, well, if you touch that, you're going to burn the fuck out of yourself. And,
Don't do that again.
And go ahead and breathe deep, inhale that shit, because, we're trying to kill you off anyway, you little bastard.
What was the easy bake oven?
Yeah.
That wasn't too safe either.
Probably not. Come home, your house is gone. Oh, Susie was using the easy bake oven. She left it on.
I had one of those growing up, and I never even used it. I think I made one thing out of it, and then it just vanished.
A little chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
what
Chad started sending stuff over with lead paint on it.
Yeah. What happened was Lumi made a chocolate cake, gave it to her parents, and they were like, "We gotta hide that fucking thing." Put it down the basement.
Up really high in the closet.
They disconnected the wiring and go, oh, we're sorry, it's broken.
Let her play with the guns.
Here you
Actually,
go.
I grew up in Connecticut, so guns, no, not so much in Connecticut.
No?
No.
Maybe that's why you liked them so much. Maybe. Maybe not.
You always want and like what you can't have a lot more than the stuff that is available. So.
And a lot of them, when I told them I was getting my concealed permit carry and going in for courses on it, they were like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Dead serious."
Yeah, I had my pistol permit, so was my wife.
That's awesome.
Now I'm just picturing Addy modding out his guns.
Yeah, I've done some
You
gunsmithing.
treated this one.
I imagine he would be. I imagine he would be good at building a silencer and stuff.
Sitting there with a torch and a gun.
What have you modded on a gun?
Yeah.
Gold-plated triggers.
Adjustable sights. Polishing the ramp, grinding and polishing the ramp for reliable feeding. Because when I started, the pistols weren't reliable feeding hollow point bullets. It was all like they were designed for ball ammo, like the 1911 45 auto. You had to mod it yourself to get it to be reliable.
All of Addy Tooney's guns are fully modified to be automatic. He's got machine guns and
No silencers, no auto.
Proper venting.
Yep.
full auto only.
My uncle was a small arms expert in the Navy, so he showed me a lot of stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yo, can everybody hit the thumbs up so we could fucking negate the 8 thumbs down that some dickheads did, please?
Oh well, thank you, Nick. I don't watch that, so I don't care. But
I've already done it, so I can't. Oh, I can always log into my actual account and do it. Hold on. Switching accounts.
Yeah, everybody go hit the thumbs up. Help a brother out.
There we go.
All right. Okay, Addie Tooney, I got another question for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
You got to promise not to leave.
It's past 10 o'clock.
I know. Let's do.
What do you think about selling kids' knees?
Kidneys? No.
I was hoping you asked me. You never asked me. I was gonna go.
What do you? Well, we can do that with Nick. What do you think about selling kidneys?
I hate watching little kids that can't walk properly. So.
Oh, Nick. All right, Addie Tooney. When was the last time you immediately regretted something that you said?
Every day.
Every day?
Pretty much.
Think
I'm better off. I have a filter now.
You're getting
I never
better?
used to have a filter. So I do okay.
Yeah.
I typically think for a couple seconds before I just spout.
You try. You got to try anyway.
Yeah, I do try.
I don't know. I heard a word earlier.
Fleshlight?
Fleshlight. I'm going to have to put fleshlight on the soundboard. Who on the panel has zero filter between their brain and their mouth?
I've developed more of it as I've gotten older, but I used to be really bad.
Sometimes I'm like that.
Depends on how much
I work with. I work with people that are like that. My buddy, my boss's dad he is that person, and it's actually hilarious. It's hilarious when you look back at it, but he's quite funny. When we used to do this job where we go into 5 customers' houses a day, we would deliver like dishwashers and install them. And there would be some times where like we would walk into a house and it was messy, and we would just literally walk in the house with the kids sitting on the couch and the wife or the husband's in the kitchen, you know, getting ready, like kind of moving shit out of the way, and he would just walk in like, Jesus Christ, look at this fucking place. or just maybe have a bad day and just walk in like, oh, this job's a pain in the dick. No filter at all.
Jesse,
how about your filter value, Gizzard Stew?
Filter? I think I've gotten better at it. Sometimes I ignore the filter. I have to admit that. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know.
You gotta have a good filter doing live shows.
I think that everybody has put their foot in their mouth at some point. So it's kind of human nature.
You guys wouldn't know this, but sometimes I don't have a filter and I say some stupid ass shit.
That's why we love you, though. Makes for good content.
The bad thing is, though, it makes sense to me when I'm saying it. It just don't make any sense to anybody else.
I have no filter, and it gets me into a ridiculous amount of trouble, whether it's somebody misunderstanding me or me just spewing out something and then realizing how incredibly dirty it was after I've already said it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're still pretty young. You're a young girl, and I think that filters, your filter gets better as you age. Maybe.
I hope.
In theory.
Yeah, sometimes that filter has bigger holes.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends.
I think sometimes we lose our filter if we've been drinking.
Oh yeah.
I think that's true.
Or if it's been like a really hard work week.
Right.
Or day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta, like I was saying, you gotta have a good filter when you're live. You gotta make sure you watch what you say, especially if you're planning on having a future with going live and keeping a following and stuff like that.
It's true.
That's why, lots of people don't understand, like, you're somewhat what you are live, but there's always something different when you're live. There's always something, like, you could be as true to yourself as you are, but there's always a little something that, you're not always the same person when you're live. It's just not possible. Nobody is. It's not possible.
Okay, Addy Tooney, we're going to start with you again. Ready? What would be the best thing that you could reasonably expect to find inside a cave?
A way out.
Reasonably expect to find.
Yeah. So realistically, something that you wouldn't mind finding in a cave that actually might be in a cave?
Some antique cave drawings.
Which they're called what?
Probably
Petroglyphs.
something from the Mayans or something from the Indians or.
I think they're called petroglyphs.
Yeah, that's it.
I was trying to help you with that word.
Yeah, I was absent that day.
Ooh, I have a good answer. I have a good answer.
Go, Jesse, you're up.
Stalagmites and stalactites.
Yeah, that would be good to find.
Also bears.
Which is which?
The stalactites come from the top. The stalagmites are the ones on the floor.
Very good.
Geology lesson. Okay, Nick, what would you reasonably expect to find in a cave?
A DeLorean with a flux capacitor in 1885.
Fucking A right. And the first pair of Nike shoes ever made.
Yeah, preferably without the bear fucking guarding it.
Yeah. What was Lumi holding up?
Piece of petrified wood with some leaves in it.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow.
That looks like cow shit. No filter,
You look
sorry.
like cow. Never mind.
I was gonna say you could reasonably expect to find bat guano in a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't step in it, I guess.
Make some makeup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they use it for makeup.
It's very toxic, from what I hear.
Maybe it's bat shit. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Supposed to be really good, really good in your potting soil, though.
Bat manure? Yeah, I can see that.
That's what I've heard. Bat guano. Okay.
I gotta find something to put this caramel apple crisp in, Gizzard stew.
You're out of bottles?
No, I got it mixed up already. I need an Addy.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a few sitting there. I know you do.
I do, yeah.
Frank, what would you want to find in a cave?
Another cave. You know how they split off and they maybe find something that's been unexplored and be famous for it.
Good answer. And then when you get into this mythical second cave, what would you expect to find in there?
Water.
Yeah, water with a mermaid in it.
Don't give him the answers, Jesse.
I'm sorry.
What if we just skipped the other cave and you found the water in the first cave?
Yeah.
What if you walked into the second cave first?
What if you had to swim down in the first cave to get to the second cave?
Yeah.
Wasn't that in the movie The Rock was in?
Wouldn't it be great to go in there and find another set of Dead Sea Scrolls?
Hello, Golf T Vapes.
You'd
What's
be
up, TJ?
famous. You'd be famous, Frank.
Or finally find Jimmy Hoffa's body.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one. Robert Knight said the Batman. That'd be cool. Stumble into the Bat Cave.
I dare you to find. I dare you to find his body.
I fucking double dare you.
Let me just kill the spider.
Uh-oh.
It was a mosquito.
Ooh, it must have been a big bastard.
There you have a Brio camera and it picked it up that good.
I was muted when I did that, right?
No.
No.
Oh,
I like the off-topic portion of our show.
It's awesome.
Does anybody else like it?
Yeah.
X1 in
cool.
chat if you like off-topic once in a while. I'm going to put an X1 out there.
I did.
I want to find Gollum in a cave.
Oh, the Golem. There you go. It's right here.
X1.
X1.
There's one X out there.
That's another off-topic thing. I was driving home Wednesday, and I was having a shitty day. I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I was just in a bad mood. And I had this silver Mercedes drives by me, and I look at the license plate, and I just start cracking up. It said, "Ex-wife number 1."
I think I sent Golf T an invite. Let me double check. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, I did. Good. I don't have to feel guilty about that.
Well, we're having a fun show, but Fresh will be back next Friday.
Yeah, it'll be better when he's back. Actually, he should be back for Tuesday's FOGLyFE. So
Nice.
that'll be
We'll
awesome.
get to hear all about Scotland in first person.
Hell yeah. It'll be about kilts and haggis.
Yes.
He cannot come on. The little mini me is being a heathen.
He's not feeling well, so he's
Well, maybe not a heathen. Maybe just a terror. Little terror.
Right. I'm just glad I remembered to send you an invite this time because sometimes I have Alzheimer's. So it makes me happy. At least I remembered.
Is Tommy going live tonight?
Nikki's going to go live instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the notification, the 30-minute notification a little bit ago.
I was actually thinking about going live for a little bit after this.
Oh, yeah.
I did. Oh, yeah, I did.
Well, I think we can start winding down. Maybe we can kill a few more minutes by getting back on topic. Let's start with Nick. You think you might go live later?
Yeah, I think so. Even if it's just for like an hour or two or something. Yeah. I'll be live later. Or I'll be live tomorrow night for sure. And then Tuesday. I might do something with the Resistance crew this weekend too. I know lots of people like it when a couple of us are on.
Are you going to come on Tuesday to FOGLyFE for Fresh's return?
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
definitely.
That's good.
I'll do a video before. I'll do a RTA video before, come on here, and then do my video after.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Even though you're late, it's fine.
Yeah.
Frank, you're doing a show tomorrow. Let's tell us all about it.
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
Yep, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, mixing in the kitchen. This week we're doing bananas. We're going to have Tam Vapes and Mophead and myself and Adam Pilarczyk and maybe Mark Sr. I guess Mark Sr. likes playing with his banana as well. So
that's the word on the street.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. Lumi, what are you up to?
A whole bunch of nothing good, most likely.
Okay. Sounds good. Where can we find you doing this naughty stuff?
I might stream tonight on Twitch. Nothing naughty there. But, I'm not sure yet. There's a group of people that would like me to heal them into rating progression, and I'm still debating on if I want to do it or not.
To heal them? Like with crystals or?
I'm a nerd. I play a healing monk or a healing druid, and it's my job just to maintain everybody's health and keep them alive while they can stop.
Ah, so there's like in video game health.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm old. You gotta explain this to me. I don't get it. It's like way over my head. Way over. Yep.
You never heard of fucking healing elf before? Come on.
Healing elf?
Yeah.
Holy
What
shit.
world are you living in?
Holy shit. No, I haven't.
Elves are good people, though. Like, every elf you've ever seen is good people, right? When have you ever seen a bad elf? They usually go. Don't they usually go? Don't they usually go ogre if they're a bad elf?
Haven't you watched The Hobbit?
Yes.
The Hobbit? Yeah. I actually read the books a long time ago before they ever made a movie.
I have the books, but they're antique books, so I can't open them.
Why not? You can touch them. Put gloves on.
With my luck, I'll put like e-liquid in there or start drooling on it. Something terrible is going to happen if I touch it.
Yeah, I want to know why Nick Devine doesn't like the Grateful Dead. That's what I want to know.
What? Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's not that I don't like them. It's just I think it's out of my time, and it's.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's I don't even know if I could say overrated, because I think they actually do have kind of a cult following.
Mm-hmm.
But I like people that like the Grateful Dead, if that makes any.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids these days, I swear.
But I would never go to a Grateful Dead concert and actually listen to the Grateful Dead, and maybe I would. I wouldn't go because of that reason. Let's just make that. I would not go to a Grateful Dead concert just because the Grateful Dead was there. I would go for the experience.
Addy Tuna, you want to break it to him?
Yeah, it's a good thing because you'll never be able to.
Yeah, they no longer tour.
No, they still tour without Jerry.
True.
But you would go once and you would be hooked, and then you would be a Dead fan.
And then you'd be like, "Damn you, Gizzards too."
Because, like you say, it's just as much about the experience as the music and the people and Shakedown Street and patchouli oil and the hippies and.
Next thing you know, he's following Fish and
yeah.
Fuck Fish. Fuck Fish.
Well, I want to shout out Adore E-Liquid because this caramel apple crisp is fire.
Hell yeah!
And get yourself some Deep Cuts liquid. You know, support Eric.
Yeah.
Some Strawberry Submission. Some Duck Pond E-Liquid and some OHMAGEDDON.
Hell yeah!
That line and that Nightshade.
I love OHMAGEDDON E-Liquid.
And please take some time to contact your representative and tell them that you're a vapor and what vapors, what vaping's done for you and what bullshit this epidemic is.
Yeah.
It's epidemic. I have something to say on that the FDA thing that came out this week. And what I want to say about it is that Grim Green did such a good job on his 510 report. Mm-hmm. If people have not seen that, he was spot on his response to that, and it was just like,
holy shit.
He was right on. So, shout out to Grim Green, and if you guys missed that was, I don't know, I was blown away by how good that was. Anybody?
Yeah, the VTA had a really good reply too.
Yeah,
yes, they did.
Did anybody watch Grim Green's?
Yeah, oh yeah.
510 report? God,
he nailed it.
He nailed it big time.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Big Doc popping in to say what's up.
Big Doc.
All right. So, Jesse Stucker.
Hi.
Jesse, stick it.
Thanks for having me, Gizzard.
You're welcome.
Everybody go check out my website, standup3d.com. My YouTube channel and my Instagrams are both the same thing, standup3d. Yeah, everybody else that everybody's pimping out, Adore and OHMAGEDDON and Gizzard Stew, his new e-liquid.
It's called Gizzard Brew.
I know. Well,
get it right.
And go buy some Nick Divine coils because they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Hell yeah.
And you'll never regret Nick Divine coils.
You won't.
You might regret Ned Divine, but not Nick.
No, Ned, something else, but Nick, no.
Which one? Ned's perfect.
All right.
Wait till you see the build that Ned submitted for the build all.
Well, see, I usually say that everybody's perfectly imperfect, but Ned, he's imperfectly perfect. It's
Ned
like
the opposite. One-handed and delivered a baby seal with his other hand.
He's like
such an honor. Such an honor. Such an honor being his cousin.
Wow, I said that wrong. Way wrong. Yes.
All right, so I got a couple shout outs. I want to shout out Big D Coils, who I met today. You can hit him up on Instagram if you're interested in picking up his new RTA, which looks to be fantastic. I'm totally stoked on it. Ned likes it even. Right, Nick?
Mm. Yes, he does.
All right.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So check him out. Vaping swag. It's got a big sale going. Spend $75 or more and get 50% off your order. So if you rack up $100, you will only be charged $50, and that'll unlock the free shipping. And that's good through tomorrow night. So it's a pretty good deal.
Shout out Not Your Average Threads if you need anything embroidered.
And pick up one of these t-shirts. Vaping saves lives, no buts about it. Get off your butts and vape on the back. Or get some Gizzard Brew, what the hell.
I like a Gizzard.
The shirts turned out really nice.
And yeah, Kenny's got the sale going on out there.
All right, thank you, Kenny B, for dropping a link out there. That's awesome.
I want to shout out Juan Castillo.
You want to shout out Juan Castillo?
Castillo. You just fucked me up.
Ah, I fucked you up.
Castillo.
Castillo.
I want to shout out Juan. Hamana.
Well, Gizzard, we got through another one.
We made it. We made it. I think we'll use the rest of our time to vape our way out of here. I want to encourage everyone, as you go through the rest of your weekend, try and be nice to somebody. What the heck? It's not that hard. And get off your butts and vape.
Bye, masturbate a little. It's Friday night.
Get off your butts and vape. Get off your butts and vape. Get off your butts and vape. Get off your butts and vape.
Oh, shoot.
Get off your butts and vape.
We're still going.
Oh.
Get off your butts and vape.
We're still going.
We're still alive. We're still alive, everybody.
We're still alive, everybody.
We're having a 5-minute dance off.
There's Jesse with that filter.
We got 4 minutes to kill.
Fucking magnificent.
Get off your butts and vape. Get off your butts and vape.
Fucking genius.
Get off your butts and vape. 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 Get off your butts and vape.
Join us for FOGLyFE on Tuesday.
Get off your butts and vape. Get off your butts and vape.
Fresh will be back.
Be there or be square.
Fresh will be back. It's going to be awesome. Bye, everybody.